Something I wanted to tell you guys about that Jen and I are both very excited about, and I'm going to give you kind of the long version of how it came to be. Many of you know that we have, at our church, we partner with Volunteers of America to do mentoring for high-risk youth. And so about a month ago, the woman who runs that program that I've gotten to know over the years called me and said, we have a situation that I wanted to let you know about. Tony Ellersick, for those of you, raise your hand if you know Tony. Yeah. He's the dude with the dreads right here. He's the man. And Tony has been mentoring a boy named David for a few years. And so this woman, Suna, called me and said, here's the situation. David lives in a group home for boys, and it's an expensive situation for the state, and they would like to move him into, he doesn't have behavioral issues that would warrant him being there, so they would like to move him into a foster home somewhere. But that would mean anywhere in the state of Washington. It could be in Spokane, Walla Walla, Yakima, Vancouver, anywhere. And David really likes his mentor, Tony, and he really likes Brookview. And he's been coming to Brookview for quite some time, and many of you know David. And so she said, I don't want to see him end up moving to, like, Spokane. I would really like it, and he would really like it if he could stay in this area. Do you know of any families at Brookview that would be willing to take him as a placement and adopt him? And so Jen and I started kind of wrestling through that and thinking together about who in our church would be a good fit for that. And we had several different people that kind of came to mind. But for her, as she was processing that, after the first couple of days, it just hit her and she said, we need to do this. And I said, oh no. You know, we have 3 kids, and we have a nice little family dynamic and a nice little unit, and it's safe, and it's predictable, and it's really comfortable, and I really like it, and I can see how that could be awesome, but I don't really want to change anything. And she said, no, really, like God told me we need to do this, and God doesn't tell me a lot, but I really feel like we need to do this. And so I said, okay, I'll pray about that, and spent a couple of days, and after a couple of days, I said, you know what? We need to do this. So, Brookview, we are doing this. For those of you that know David, we sat down with him a couple of weeks ago and went to the home where he lives and said, would you be our son? And he said, yes, I would. And so he's going to be a part of our family. So Jen is going to tell you a little bit more about that.
So those of you that know me, number one, you know I don't cry very often. And as this word came from Suna that David needed a foster family and possibly a permanent home, there was just kind of this pit in my stomach where I felt like, we're the ones. I think we're supposed to do this. And then I had all these rational reasons why. Like, we're busy, there's not extra rooms in our house, things are predictable, as Jason said, they're comfortable, all of these things, but I could not get this thought out of my mind. And so I just wanted to dismiss it, push it out, and look for great people at Brookview, because we have many qualified people here that could do the same thing. And yet this nagging sense was within me. And I said to Jason, as he said, no, we can't do this. And I said, I totally agree with you. But I feel like we have to just at least pray about it and just make sure that God closes the doors for that for us. And I agree with you. I can think of all the reasons why this might not be a good idea, but let's just at least ask God. And so in that process, it was actually the next day, I was watching a sermon online. Sorry, honey, I cheated on you. And this guy was talking, it was Andy Stanley, and he was talking about how you have to take risk and kind of get out of the boat for God. And this line just pierced my soul, and I felt like God was talking right to me. And he said, if you don't step out and walk in obedience to God, you'll never know what could have been done in your life, in your family's life, or in someone else's life. And it just kind of knocked me, and it took my breath away, and I just sat in my office with this computer screen just weeping in fear of what I knew we needed to do, and just started to get on my knees and pray and just say, God, this is the kind of thing you do. That's what you want us to be about. You want us to do the things that we're not able to do on our own, and I'm scared to death. But I want you in my life, and I don't want to be anywhere other than where you want us to be. And I glanced over, and there's this book sitting on my black file cabinet that says Daring Greatly. Like, oh, now it's cinched. And so I talked to Jason, and he wasn't having that overwhelming sense from God. And I don't get those, like, ever. I'm not a real, God told me to person. But I felt like God told us to do this. And I loved Jason's just response to that. He said, I don't need that moment from God. I trust that God will talk to you, and I'm with you. And as he began to pray, he began to get even more excited than I was. And then I started to be the person going, well, and no, we're doing this. I'm like, yep, we're doing this. And so this has been incredible. And David's up front here, and you guys can talk to him about it too. And we're scared, both of us, right? All of us, and we're nervous, but we're ready to do this and to see what God might do in us and through us as we walk in obedience to him. And so we took a video. One of the first things that people ask us is, what do all the kids think of all of this? And we talked to them, and we asked their permission before we even said yes for sure to this. And so we took a quick video of Kate, Cam, Brooklyn, and then David asking them questions about what they thought. So here it is. So David's coming to live with us. What about that makes you feel excited?
I have a big brother now, and I don't have to walk to school in the dark alone anymore. And yeah, just to have a brother.
Very cool.
Big brother.
Is there anything about this whole thing that makes you feel nervous at all?
Not anything specifically. It'll just be very different. But I'm more excited than nervous. Yeah.
Anything else you want to say about it?
No.
All right, so Cameron, David's coming to live here, be part of our family.
Yeah.
What's exciting about that to you?
An older brother, we can hang out, connect, just be fun. It'll be different. It should be good.
All right, is there anything about it that makes you nervous?
Yeah, it's just gonna be very different. Things could be rough or they could be amazing. So it's a risk, but it'll be great.
Anything else?
Nope.
You sure?
Pretty sure.
Do you want to tell me your deepest, darkest secret?
Which one?
All of them.
No.
One of them?
No.
Fair. Want a high five?
Sure.
Thumbs up?
I approve of this message.
You're still there. You were supposed to disappear when I put my hands
okay,
up.
I get it.
Okay, let's try it again. So, Brooklyn, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Are you excited to have David?
Well, I'm more than excited. I'm super excited. So it's really exciting to have him here and to have another fun brother to play with, like I have with Cameron.
Okay, so you're excited to have a new brother. Is there anything that you feel nervous about?
Well, kind of. I'm kind of nervous about like sharing the remote with people. Sometimes I have the remote.
You're a little bit nervous about having to share the TV remote?
Yeah.
Is there Anything else that you feel nervous about?
Nope.
So what is going to be the coolest thing?
Having David at our house and just sharing time with him.
Okay, so about 2 weeks ago, we sat down with you. Me and Jason came to the house where you are living, and we had a proposal for you. And what was it?
That you guys want me to be part of your family.
And what did you say?
And I said yes. I was all for it.
You were all for it? Why?
Huh? Because I'm looking forward to having a new family. Like, I don't know, and more freedom.
In coming here, because this is all kind of fast and brand new, is there anything that you feel nervous about?
How it's gonna go. Because, it's gonna probably be rocky at times, but I'm good at making it through things.
So what do you think of Kate, Cam, and Brooklyn?
They're awesome. Kate's pretty cool. Brooklyn, she likes the piggyback rides. I'm always carrying her up and down the stairs. That's awesome. I don't have a little sister, so it's new for me. I mean, I have little cousins like that, but not little sisters, so
The
it's pretty
sister
awesome.
thing's new, huh?
Mhm.
And that's awesome, you said?
Yeah, actually living with them too. I mean, I have brothers and sisters, but they're all the way in Colorado. So actually being engaged with them, and living with them day to day, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. What's your job with your sisters?
Hmm?
What is your job with your sisters?
Protect them. Like I told Caitlin earlier, if someone messes with her, I'll beat them up.
Violence, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect solution.
We're not just trying to provide a place to live for a couple years till David graduates. We're trying to be a family for him for the rest of his life. And, we're excited to have you be a part of that. And I'm excited to watch you grow up and hopefully someday have your own kids. And we talked the other day, and David said he wants 3 kids. So I'm excited for that. Grandpa, it's going to be awesome. So
Not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. So I'm just excited to have you be a part of our family going forward and just to live this adventure out with you. It's cool stuff.
And I agree with that as well. And I'm nervous, but that's okay. I think that's really cool that we don't have it all together, and we're going to figure this thing out together. And David and I have talked a bit about that, and it made me cry. And he's like, oh, it really bothers me when you cry. So I'm probably going to start crying a lot, if that helps.
Good. It'll make me feel better.
Totally manipulative. We're excited, and just that you said yes to us and that you're willing to go through that change and be part of our family, and you're going to change us, and that's really cool. So thanks for being willing to let us love you, and as imperfect as we might be, our hearts are pure towards you, and we love you already. One of the things, too, that I love about this step is we never knew how real this family mission that we have that sits on our fireplace mantle would be. And you guys have heard this before, but it's an opportunity for us as a family, and David, for you someday, if you choose this mission with us, to live this out in its true form. Our family mission, we believe God has called us into an adventure with him. We believe God is able to do more in and through us than we can dream. We believe God wants to use our family to make the world better. We want to live like God is real. We want to become more like Jesus. We want to show and share how real he is. And we're willing to sacrifice, to take risks, and face danger to accomplish this as a family. So welcome to that mission, David. Here we go.